Out with the dew deep in the basement of the Daring Communication Center on the campus of RPI, often known as Rensselaer, in the city of Troy. Let it be, let it be. Somewhere, as the wind blows, I rise in the morning early as can be, and nature calls. And I ponder and I say, shall I stay or shall I go? Shall I stay or shall I go? I call this one that I put together this morning Thunderbox. Don't ever get caught when nature calls, even during a blow. You better sure gotta make it too. The little house out back with the half moon on the door. Good golly, it's cold outside, and good God, colder inside that holy throne. And they say there's nothing that feels so good or better than a safe harbor in a storm. When Mother Nature gives you your due, and then you got that get up and go while you're dancing through the snow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Whoever it was that invented single-ply toilet paper, I'd like to shake their hand. Golly, golly. And then there's called the box sanctuary. Don't you ever get caught short when nature pounds her drum. Miss the thunder crack and the rain's assault, you run. And the spirit across the muddy yard, boots slipping in the gale, towards the shack where the splintered woods tell winter's tale, half moon carved in the frosted wood. Let pale starlight creep in, inside a kingdom understood by those who've been. Good golly, cold gnaws through your slicker. Good God, the chill within. Yet here, upon this pine-cut throne, you're safe from wind's sharp din. No palace gilt, no vabled drapes compares to this relief, a harbor when the tempest rages, brief, profound, and brief. Then done, you rise with pursuit bright, zip up your mackinaw, dance back through the snow and the fading light. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Did I ever tell you the one about the farmer and the cherry tree? Well, a farmer rounded up his 3 sons and said sternly, I want to know which one of you boys pushed over the outhouse. But before I do, I'll tell you the story of George Washington. When he was a little boy, he chopped down his father's favorite cherry tree. And when his father asked, George admitted his deed, saying, Father, I cannot tell a lie. I chopped down your cherry tree. George Washington's father appreciated his son's honesty and did not punish him. Now I'm going to ask each one of you one at a time. And the farmer looked at his eldest son and asked, Did you push over the outhouse? And the oldest son replied, I did not do it, Pa. And the farmer moved to the middle son and asked, Did you push it over the outhouse? And the middle son replied, I did not do it, Pa. And the farmer asked the younger son, Did you push over the outhouse? And the youngest son replied, I cannot tell a lie. I pushed over the outhouse. And the farmer began to throttle his youngest son, and the eldest son said, But, Pa, you said George Washington was not punished for his honesty. Then the farmer grunted, George Washington's father wasn't in the cherry tree when it got chopped down. Now, when you're headed towards it, you're Russian. But when you're inside, you're European. And when you're done, you're finished. And the music starts with a piano riff, and the bass player is strumming on his bass, and the snare drum is heavily pounding his sticks. And then I vocally deliver in a tempo energetic, driving a country blues riff. The night was wrapped up tight in a coat of solid ice. The furnace was roaring, playing the devil's price. I was sitting by the radio, sipping on some stale coffee, when the internal alarm clock started screaming, Get thee off of me. A sudden high pressure whispered, a biological decree. When Mother Nature sends her due, you best behave and believe it's mandatory. You can't argue with the plumbing when the system starts to blow. You just pull on your wool stock cap and prepare to hit the snow. Had to get from A to B, and B was 80 yards away. And I was hanging on to a rope that was strung from the back porch to the privy. And the wind was blowing like 80 miles an hour. I could barely keep my foot, and the little structure was waving in the breeze, and the shingles were tearing off the roof, and the shadows like played on me as the trees were shaking and waving, and tips were touching the ground. I'm doing the panic hustle. I gotta go! Soft shoe this time. Past the truck with the busted axle, past the frozen weeping willow. The wind is a thief, snatching the heat right off my bones. But I'm driving by primal need, ignoring all the groans. It's a blind dash through the darkness, an awkward shivering ballot, praying that the door latch isn't frozen up before the break of day. Oh, that thunderbox, that solitary shack, got the crescent moon carved clean in the lumber out on back. And they call it safe harbor when the gale starts to blow and moan, and the holy, freezing, beautiful, high-altitude privy throne. Good golly, it's cold outside, colder than a rich man's smile. But then you slide in through the door, and you know you've made it, kid. You cross the bitter mile. You slam the door and hear the latch stick. Now you're home, you know. The only light you got is the blizzard spilling through the half-moon hole, and the air smells like pine and history and maybe a little dust, and you sit down on that plank seat, colder than a rusted crust, and you listen to the storm outside trying to peel the roof right off, but you're safe, you're relieved, and you let out a satisfying cough. Doesn't matter if the world's gone sideways or if the roof tile cracks. You paid the piper, friend, and there ain't no turning back. Oh, that thunderbox, that solitary shack, got the crescent moon carved clean in the lumber out the back. And you call it safe harbor when the gale starts to moan, that holy, freezing, beautiful, high-altitude convenience they call the throne. Good golly, it's cold inside, colder than a rich man's smile, but you slid right in, you made it, kid. You crossed the bitter mile. It's an energetic dance, a kind of necessary stride. When your body sends that urgent message, you just can't hide. You got to get up and go when you know you gotta go, and the world stops spinning for a minute in the snow. So let it crash, let it boom, let the wind howl round the room. A feeling so good, so right, so true. You better believe it, buddy. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. I wonder if anybody ever read 1,000 Miles to the Outhouse by Willie Make It.